Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everyone for coming back to my channel, and if you're listening in the podcast, thank you so much for being here. It is Tuesday, June the 20th, 2023. I had to come here and make this video about the missing submarine, Titanic tourist submarine that has been missing, and as of right now, to this almost 10 p.m., they have 40 hours less of oxygen. Okay, so this is so strange, and I'm gonna give you an input. I'm sure by now everybody knows that this submarine capsule, I guess you can say, capsule style submarine that takes tourists to the site where the Titanic went down, is missing, and they lost contact with the submarine, and apparently has 5 people on board. And let me just read to you guys a little bit of this article. No sign of the missing Titanic tourist submarine as rescuers confirm only 40 hours of oxygen left. Okay, a massive search and rescue operation is still underway to find the Titanic tourist submersible, which has been missing for nearly 2 days in the Atlantic Ocean with 5 people on board. CEO and founder of OceanGate Expeditions Takrum Rush, British billionaire explorer Hamish Harding, renowned French diver Paul Henry, and Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood and his 19-year-old son Suleiman Dawood are on the OceanGate Expedition submersible called Titan. So I just read to you guys the name of everybody who's on board. The watercraft submerged on Sunday, June 18, in the morning with the support vessel, the Canadian research vessel Polar Prince. About an hour and 45 minutes later, the Titan lost contact with the Polar Prince, authorities say. An hour and 45 minutes after going down in the ocean trying to reach the Titanic wreckage, they lost contact with the vessel. This is so crazy because from my understanding, the Titanic is in the ocean 12,000 feet down in the ocean. That's the location of the Titanic. Let me just read to you more. On Monday, June 19 afternoon, Rear Admiral John Mover of the U.S. Coast Guard told reporters that there was believed to be between 70 and full 96 hours left at a point. OceanGate offers 8-day mission to see the Titanic debris at the cost of $250,000 per person. So we have a couple things going on here. Before I go on and tell you my input about this whole thing, I have to say, keep the family in your prayers. This is the worst nightmare that could have happened to these people. I'm sure they had dreams about reaching the Titanic and all of that. Curiosity is still the number one thing in this world, right? But it's not their fault that this is the outcome, right? And I'm sure they thought about this trip for a long time. For them to put out $250,000, and people are gonna say, oh yeah, but they're billionaires, millionaires, they don't care about that. Yeah, but it's still, you're not only putting out $250,000, you're also putting out your life. And to see, there's a lot of videos out there, everybody. There's a lot of videos of how this vessel this vessel where they are is made of, and how it's controlled, and how it's so small. It's like the back of a minivan, basically. So there's a lot of things that are way too strange for me in this case. Okay, it's bringing me, like I said, the main point about this is keeping the family in prayer, right? But there's a lot of things that are red flags to me about this whole thing. We're talking about 2023, right? We're talking about a ticket price of $250,000, and you cannot tell me where these people are. Like, you're paying $250,000 to get in a submergible vessel that is controlled by a Game Boy type of remote control. And the place is so small that you're sitting basically in the back of a minivan, and you're gonna go all the way down to find this historic wreckage of a ship that sank years ago, to see it through a computer screen. Like, there's something off here in this whole story. It's bringing me a lot of memories about MH370, the Malaysian airline flight. Because it's bringing me all of that because of how advanced technology is these days. And we still, Malaysian air flight, I think it happened in 2014. It's 2023 now. And you have people putting their life, paying $250,000 to go down to see a ship that was doomed, okay? Because the Titanic, they also say, they pray with pride, right? I think that there's a lesson to be learned here. The history is repeating itself, right? You play with a ship that whoever created it, right? I don't know have the name right now. They say not even God can sink this ship, the biggest ship in the planet. And look how Titanic ended on their first trip, right? And then you have this up to date, right, submergible capsule type of submarine that's being used to bring people to see the Titanic, that people are paying $250,000 to see it. And you see the creator of this whole submergible submarine giving interviews, and I suggest you go ahead on YouTube here and watch it, right? Giving interviews about it, and he's saying, oh yeah, this is made out of just plastic, the outside is made out of plastic, and the remote control is like a Game Boy type of Nintendo remote control, and this is how we go all the way down to the Titanic, and then they get to see it to this screen, and this is the bathroom, which is basically a cup, right? Like, are we getting so dumb to believe all of that? Like, who pays $250,000 to get on that little thing? To see something through a computer screen? Like, there's so many missing pieces here. And how is it that you're gonna charge people $250,000 to get on this thing that is basically the back of a minivan? That's how they have been describing it. And you're not going to have the safety measures to say, if something goes bad, this is how this is the rescue thing. Because even the Coast Guard is saying they don't have the equipment to rescue them anyways, right? They're waiting and hoping to get contact, but they're searching. But you know what, through 12,000 feet in deep in the ocean is, all of this is just giving me like, wow, the God's creation is amazing. Like I said when I first started this video, pray for the family. This is the nightmare that they probably never expected that could happen, right? But then you put that situation aside for a little bit and you look at everything that's happening. It's not adding up, okay? You don't pay such a high ticket price like that to put your life in so much danger, okay? It's like you buy a plane ticket. When you buy first class, man, you expect first class service. You pay money, you pay extra money to get the best thing, right? That's how life works, right? You want to buy a pair of shoes, you want them to last you longer, you pull the money and you pay higher price for something of better quality. How is it that these giant people, in the sense that you have to have money to afford that type of ticket, you're a billionaire and you're the creator of this whole thing, and you're a billionaire from whatever country they're from, and you have the intelligence to earn money like that, to have businesses that make money, to have the disposable income to say, hey, yeah, I want to go see the historic Titanic down there. and here's my money, and you're gonna look at what you're supposed to get into and not question the safety of it, right? So it's just intelligent people. This is my point right here. Intelligent people to that level don't do stuff like that. I don't know how to describe it. Like, when you have the capacity, the intelligence to create something like that, which they're telling me the CEO is doing that. And I know as a creator, you believe in your creation so much and you have the passion for it. But as a creator, also, because the CEO of this whole submergible submarine is also inside of that, right? So as a creator, also you have the responsibility to say, hey, if something goes wrong, I'm the one responsible, right? So you have to have 100% reassurance that what you created is the thing, right? Like, I'm gonna speak to you guys about what I create, right? Like, when I'm making a dress, right, and I, let's say I'm putting some type of details that might fall off, like rhinestones or something, right? I'm like, my worst nightmare will be that during the fashion show or somebody buys this dress, the rhinestone will fall off, right? That will be my absolute nightmare. So what do? Man, I make sure that I treat the fabric before I add the rhinestones, right? I make sure that, I stretch it out after all the stones are in to make sure nothing is pulling off. I look at it under the light, make sure the glue is doing its thing, okay? Make sure that when I put it on a dress form to see how it fits, if it's stretched a little bit, it's good. Like, quality control is everything, right? When you're a creator, quality control is everything, because you can create the most beautiful thing, but if people get it to their house, if people get to use it and it's trash, there goes your reputation, there goes your business down the drain, right? So it means nothing. So it's just quite interesting to me to see that in this submarine we don't have just people, random people, right? Like I said, and please bear with me as I make my point. The whole thing is this, right? People who can afford $250,000 for a ticket to get themselves into this capsule type of submarine, to go on this journey 12,000 feet into the ocean, okay, to see the historic Titanic. They don't, like, they are more intelligent than that. I don't know how to say it. Like, just the desire to see something, like, it comes to, like, I know families, like Kobe Bryant, let's just say, right? Like, I don't know them obviously, but I'm saying, let's use the example of as Kobe Bryant, who, after the tragedy that happened with him, the wife said, yeah, we have a habit of not flying together, okay, because we have kids. So if something happened to one of us, at least one of us will be alive. And that's exactly what happened, okay? They were not flying together. And they say that is something that they would normally do, right? So you have two a billionaire here who's in that submarine with their son, and I can understand, maybe giving it as a gift or something, but you get to the place where you're supposed to go in. Billionaires and all of, like, people who have money to that extent, they don't get fooled easily, okay? I don't care if you're the most passionate creator in the planet. I'm gonna look at what I'm supposed to get into, and I'm gonna see that control thing that looks like a Game Boy from the 1980s. And you can, like I said, go ahead on YouTube and look at it, right? And you're gonna say, I'm paying $250,000 and that's how you control this whole thing? I don't care how you can flatter me, persuade me, and all of that. It doesn't feel safe. I'm not getting into it. And they can say, well, so many people have done it. It's just millionaires, they don't get fooled so easily like that. So I feel, to be honest, there's something else missing here. There's something else missing. And to the also, like, man, you want to see the Titanic all the way in the ocean? Like, go here, search online, go on YouTube, and you can find videos of that already. Because how is it that you're paying so much money to get into this submarine submergible type of small space, right? Like every submarine is, to go look at something through a computer screen basically, because you're gonna look at it through a little digital screen. Yeah, you're right now you're outside the Titanic. Look at the screen next to you. No, at least give me like a submergible thing that has clear windows, like they do at the aquarium or something, that I can actually see. Oh, I see the Titanic. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Like you're gonna look at it through a computer screen. Like save $250 and go on YouTube, and there's videos of that. They brought cameras down already. It's so strange to me, this whole story. I really wish the best for these families. I don't know, man. Something is just not making sense about this whole thing. That is 2023, and this company is able and allowed to create something like this, to charge people so much money about something that's created, like, oh yeah, it's made out of plastic and this is the remote we use for it and this is how it goes, and people pay $250,000 for it. It's just, it doesn't, I don't know who, I don't know, man. Let me leave it right there, because it's not adding up to me. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, listening in the podcast. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. For coming back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. I'm here to invite you to my podcast, JulissaDesigns, and it can be found on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can join me every day as I make episodes of the latest news, real life stories, and I also share my favorite Bible verse. Hope to see you then. God bless. Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to know more about me, you can always visit www.JulissaDesigns.com. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.